live on Twitch now. So hey, hello everyone out there in the world of Twitch and awesomeness. I see Fleur de Spooks already in the chat, and so hello, thank you very much for joining again today. Today we're going to carry on with our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, where we actually had to leave off a little bit in the end of combat. There's also a Dak in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. We are going to do some quick announcements here first. The first announcement being that we have our next random adventure starting up on Thursday, but it is also a fundraising series as well for the Make-A-Wish International. So if you didn't hear that announcement last week, that's what we did, was we announced. I even had April come in from Make-A-Wish to say hello to all of us while we were doing it. It was kind of nice. Pardon me. But basically what's going to happen is we always roll for the adventure. We have no idea what we're going to play before we get started. This is a tiny change. We will know what we're going to play. We're going to play something out of the realm of Nocturne. It's going to be one of the 3 modules that Make-A-Wish has compiled for the Roll for Wishes campaign that we're going to be playing. So same story, or same kind of setup, and we're going to choose which one of those 3 adventures by way of the dice. If you want to get involved, you can always jump into the Discord, which is... Stream Elements was giving me hassle yesterday. Let's see if it's working for me today. It is! Yay! So that's a quick and easy way to get into the Discord if you would like. And if that link isn't working, don't worry, I'll put another one up in there later on. Other things happening this week. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central, Legends of Zelda Echoes carries on, and that'll be with DM Verod. So that'll be tomorrow 6 p.m. Central. Then, of course, our random adventure, same time slot as this one, only on Thursday. Then we have the Olivon Chronicles, where the party is trying to figure out how they're going to deal with a giant that wants this gem that they found. And then they are going to get... that is also on Friday at this same time slot. Wow, words. And then Adventures in Alain, that is with DM Caffeine, who you should see... Which way is my hand supposed to go? That way. You see there? Okay, that's Caffeine there. So they'll win the campaign at 7:30 UTC. I figured it out finally. 7:30 UTC on Friday as well. All of these are fundraising streams. You can see this way. Oh, you don't see it. Why don't you see it? I want you to see it. What I want you to see is my lovely little meter. So I'll put on... Somehow I didn't get the meter onto this screen, but I'll get it on this screen here shortly. The meter for how well we're doing on the Make-A-Wish Foundation fundraiser. So far we've got around $40. We're trying to go for $250. And once we hit 100, that's when I have a giveaway to throw out to you guys too. So I will share that with you once we hit that 100. With that, I think that pretty much covers it. We can get back into the Witchlight game that we have in front of us here. So where our party left off, they had made their way to the through much of the realm of Prismeer, all sorts of shenaniganry, including forest fires, bullywug revolutions, and all sorts of other interesting things, all instigated by this group of red brands, as they call themselves. They managed to actually broker peace between Korrids and Briganock, and after having brokered that peace between the Korrids and Briganock, the Korrids decided that they would support the group as they are looking to perhaps unseat, kill, or some other way dethrone the hags that have been managing much of Prismeer. With the guidance of the Briganock group up through the tunnels of the Briganock mines, a secret passage leads the characters to the base of what must be the home of one of the hags known as the Bitter End. Entering in through the secret passage that the Briganocks had uncovered, they are immediately presented to a storage room, and in this storage room they meet a marionette that was all tangled up. They helped untangle the marionette and then guided the marionette back to safety through the secret tunnel they just came through. Secret tunnel. And then I kept on saying it. I'm like, I can't not hear it. And then Then we go. Then they started to look into the neighboring room, which was a large workshop, largely filled with goblins, and one human, who was barking orders at them. It didn't take much more than 6 seconds for them to decide that these goblins and this human might not necessarily require life much longer, and so they attacked. They were then beset also by animated artifacts in the room, including a furnace that came alive, a coffin that came alive, and even a cake that came alive. And that is actually where we are largely picking up, is towards the end of this. Now, the challenge for them during this combat has been that every time they tried to do something with the human, she would just disappear from vision. Now, not able to escape the incredible perceptiveness of Erevis, however, this person did get smacked around a little bit by the red brand that Erevis was carrying. Did also, however, escape invisibly, although you could see the effects of this person moving through a curtain that seems to exit off the top of the north of our map, because we don't really... North is a really silly word in here because we don't actually know which way north is. Nobody's got keen mind yet. So, so that is where we pick up. And I'm going to pull up... I haven't actually got the rolls up here yet for the stream, so I'm going to do that right now too. But this is where we pick up. So what do you guys do? Because while we are in initiative, I do believe... Actually, I better double check that. We're pretty close to being out of it. So you know what? We'll leave it to Erevis. Erevis, at the top of the initiative, what do you do?
I'd like to... remind myself what's happening. They're fine, I believe. I'm going to go up to this curtain and see what's behind it.
All right. So as you open up the curtain, what you see is a stairwell extending up and curling a little bit to your left. But what's also unusual is as soon as you open up the curtain, you hear the crackling sound of thunder, and you can look up and you can see the sky above you where the stairwell extends to.
And there's no other seeming way up?
Not from this position where you're at right now.
Is there any way down?
Well, there are doors immediately to your right before going through the curtain, which you hadn't really had a chance to get a lot of description of because you guys went straight to combat, but it's there.
Then I'm going to move up all my movement up the stairwell, and I'm specifically looking if I feel anything or...
Well, about 10
unless
feet...
it's a very big stairwell.
It's a fairly long one. It extends a good solid 25, maybe 30 feet, curling around a corner out of view.
Okay. I'm gonna try and move up all my movement, my normal movement.
All right. Well, moving up about 10 feet, you bump into something invisibly on the stairwell.
Can I attempt to... I'm just no good at it. I have to. Sorry, lady. I'm gonna try and hit it.
All right.
And I am invisible to her, so that should...
You are invisible, so it is at advantage.
But she's invisible to me, right?
That is correct. Oh, good point. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. So it is just a straight roll.
Just shot in the dark. All right. Let's see.
Let's see here. There we go. There's my meter. I knew I had one.
And I'll try and make this non-lethal.
Okay, non-lethal. Good to know.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that.
Okay.
23.
23 with non-lethal. With an attempt at non-lethal, you do hear it just kind of flump to the ground, and the invisibility drops. I will pull her back onto that layer. Let's get the battle music going. Battle music is way better than what we got going on here. That's better.
It's very calm.
All right, so yeah, she collapses to the ground, fully visible, still in with pins that the goblin tailor was trying to put in, obviously on her robes in front of you.
Okay, let me turn on sneak attack and booming blade again, and I will. What's my movement? I will use my bonus action and the rest of my movement to try and drag her. I assume at half speed.
Yep.
So I have 10, so 5, and then 15.
All right, so
Back
with
here.
half speed, I'm on the wrong layer here. There we go. Dragging her back, you'll be able to get. It'll only be about half movement, and yeah, let's go right there. Sure, sounds good. Okay, so that ends your turn.
You'll hear Erebus just saying, "I tried to be nice. I did. I tried to just talk you out of it. I did. Everybody heard it."
Yep. And that will bring us to Vulric, who is actually making their way into the stream right now. Got held up a little bit to get here. We'll be here shortly. So in the meantime, I'm going to switch ourselves over to Scrags. We'll put Vulric whenever we can get them into the initiative. Quick reminder, I forgot to mention this in my recap, but Dottie is surrounded by a cloud of fog at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
And Scrags is currently surrounded by a whole bunch of the spirit guardians. So, Scrags, it's your turn. What do you do?
Are tiny little minotaurs that are just galloping and goring people to death with their horns. I shall. I'm going to run up to her. I'm running up to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
And I may accidentally kill her.
She is.
Oh no.
Not. This is one of those weird rulings for a DM because she's incapacitated. Therefore, does she actually count as a creature? Only if you choose to attack her. Yeah, only if you don't recognize her as incapacitated. So, what would Scrags do?
Okay, I'm not gonna kill her.
You want to kill her?
Yes. Yeah. We'll see what happens in a few minutes. So I would look to Erebus and say, do you want me to bring her up?
Bring her up. Let's finish off these. Hell, look at the.
There's nothing left. Oh, sugar! There is. I'm sorry.
There is. There's a stuffed boar. There was. I'll let you retcon this because you didn't realize this, but Scrags would have realized this. There is a stuffed boar still beside you. There is a wedding cake that has been. The icing has been.
You would have gotten an attack
it,
of opportunity, I think, because you're right here.
That is a good point. So it's up to you. Are you retconning just a little bit?
Yeah, I'll move here and.
Okay.
I shall. That'll be my turn. I'm gonna just dodge.
Okay. Well, there is a cake that you just stepped away from, so I will need to do another.
Oh, where's the cake that I stepped away from?
This guy right here.
Where exactly was I before? I don't know where I was before. Was I here?
You were right there.
Oh, okay. Then I stand corrected. Yeah, I stand corrected. So, sorry, that's my fault then.
I'll move over here and dodge, and that's my turn.
All right, so taking the dodge action. Vulric, you're on. So what you may recognize from... Hang on, where are you, Vulric? Vulric, you're behind a wedding cake right now, which means you would still be able to see pretty clearly across the room to notice that Erebus has just dragged a body back through the curtain unconscious, and it's definitely the body of the human that you were seeing there beforehand. So, but you are beside a cake that is trying to attack you. So, Vulric, what do you do? You are not making sounds. I do not hear the Vulric. So,
no.
We can see the Vulric, and I love the background. It's hilarious to me. However, I'll let you tell you what. Because we're kind of retconning the there. Ooh, I heard a pop.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh.
he's alive.
Yes!
Okay.
I had to murder my laptop. It's fine. Hello, hi.
Hello.
Sorry,
All
my,
good. Life happens.
It wasn't. It wasn't even fashionably late. I was just late, which is sad. Okay. So wedding cake. Homeboy wants to eat cake and eat ass, so I'm going to sharpshooter shot them all.
Okay,
Bing,
and
bang,
sharpshooter negates range issues if you're like right beside it, does it? Beauty.
Yeah, and then I do believe that I had put my hunter's mark in the wedding cake
Yes, you do.
last time because I have two. I have one of my spell slots missing.
Yeah,
so
I was looking at the. There is
Gucci.
a symbol on the wedding cake saying you have marked him. So go get her done. Go ahead and make that shot.
Get her, dude. Right. Okay.
It's the Albertan in me.
You slimy little fucking. No, that doesn't
Hang on.
hit.
Animator.
Second
I'm
one.
not sure that that doesn't hit. I actually think that does hit.
They're
Oh!
both at -5.
Oh yeah, they're both at mine. Of course they won't hit. Okay. Fine. Oh yeah, no. For whatever reason, you cannot seem to get the candles are almost like hypnotizing you to the wrong directions on this silly little wedding cake. That
Haven't
seems
you ever fought a
particularly
cake
vicious.
before?
I've had a cake fight.
As a bonus action, I'm just going to kick it. I'm not looking to do any
Just
damage.
flavor-
Just for a flavor thing. I'm like, God damn it!
Flavor, you kick at it, and this chunk of Rice Krispie mold just bats it away. That'll take us to Shimo.
Shimo.
I'm out.
So, since I'm no longer in melee with anything, I'm gonna go 10 feet up,
Okay,
and 10 feet over
sure.
to get me to here.
To the coffin. Now you're in
There.
fog, so this is hard to see. You do know that you did see the coffin go into the fog, but it's hard to see in here, which means chances are your attacks may be at disadvantage.
What about grapples? Because we're both in the fog.
It's still an attack, so it's still going to be the same kind of feel.
Yeah, but if I grapple it, are we just both making opposing athletics check?
You have to actually connect with it first. You have to grab for something you can't see first.
Oh, I can't see it at all.
That's right. The fog is too dense.
Okay, we're just gonna go giant spider mode then with blind sight.
Oh.
Okay. I gotta
Spider
find
Shimo.
giant spider. All right.
Would Aramis be afraid of
Nice.
spiders?
We got bear mode.
I can't-
Give me a name. Give me a name, folks, for giant spider mode.
Spymo.
Spymo's a good one.
Spymo. I like it. Okay.
Spymo.
All right. Let me bring in
or you can go the
Spymo.
Spider-Man route and just call him Spider-Mo.
Spider-Mo.
Spider Monk.
Cheater.
Spider Monk is nice.
Spider-Monk.
Oh, Spider-Monk.
Spider-Monk.
Does whatever a Spider-Monk can.
Shiner is what I came
All right,
up
And
with.
of
hang
course,
Parker Mo. I like that one.
you'll have to have a disclaimer that you're not ripping off any characters. Real
no,
or
of course.
imaginary.
Real or imaginary?
Spider-Monk
If you
TM.
know the name of this, okay. This is okay. Spider Monk. Okay. Done. Done. Okay, and I'm gonna give you control over this thing here too. Shimo, just give me one moment. Controlled by. Oh, I gotta. No, it's not the right way to do it. I gotta do it this way. Throw me for a loop, why don't ya? Okay. Edit. Roll 20. Coming to the rescue. Shimo can see it. Windy can see it. And that'll be good enough. Huzzah. You should be able to see the giant spider in your sheet. I'll move it around to where your face is too. But you should now be able to have access to spider mode. With your blind sense, you can now attack with the properties of the spider.
Excellent.
Oh,
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything. Well, that's a problem. Hang on, let me see if I can give you some vision then. Ding. Ding. Nope, that's not the button. That's the button! And you get night vision, sort of. I'll just
There we
give,
go.
I'll give you a tiny bit of night vision so you can see some stuff here.
I gave it
That'll do
the
the trick.
finishing touch.
Huzzah!
Yes, I do get 60 feet of night vision and 10 feet of blind sight.
Beautiful. So,
So-
can you see it on the screen now?
Yes, I can. So I'm going to make my first bite attack against the coffin.
All right.
It was a coffin, correct?
It is a coffin, yes. Go ahead and roll your attack as Spider Monk. There we go.
24
24 hits.
Wait,
for
no.
21 damage.
21 damage. All right. That's enough. You bite into it with the large pincers at the front of your form, because words are escaping me today, and it just crumbles under the power of your spider monk jaws.
Yeah, I would say something, but I can't say something, so I'm just gonna screech horrifically and bonus action spider dance.
So Dottie,
Oh.
spider dance, like it. Okay. Dottie, what you see in actually is nothing because you're in the fog too. So never mind. That would have been a much better story.
Yeah.
But it is your turn.
Oh man. So, I had a question about how wild magic works with this.
Okay.
So, fog cloud is originally a concentration spell,
Yeah.
but I
You're
don't
not
know how it
concentrating
works
on it.
with wild magic.
It's just gonna sit there until something dissipates it, or until its regular spell duration disappears.
Okay.
So it has been up
That
for a sum total of
sucks.
6 seconds.
That's an hour-long spell. That's gonna suck so bad.
Does
Someone
it
needs to
follow
like
her?
knock me out.
No, it's just, actually, does it follow her? Whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa, that would be hilarious, and it would be just like Dottie if it followed her. Hang on a second.
It's a point within range.
Okay, so no, it's
Okay.
gonna stay there. It was just centered on her at the time of casting. That's all. Okay.
'Cause that could have been her little cloud.
That would have been great for me because I'm the one with blind sense. I could have just like scurried along.
Right.
So, I can't see anything, right?
That is correct. At the moment, you can't see anything. You do hear, however, the crumble of the coffin beside you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my turn to just run as far as I can to get out of the fog cloud.
Okay.
And I won't know what direction's
What's with
what, but
Yeah. Chances are the direction depends on what your main goal is. Is your main goal just to get away from danger or just out of the cloud?
just out of the cloud.
Okay, so if it's just out of the cloud, you've got roll a straight intelligence check. Yeah, that is a lot. Gotta fix it.
Intelligence.
Yes, an intelligence check.
19.
19. Yeah, so you're gonna run straight to the right, out of the cloud.
Okay.
Kind of jump over what you hear is the crumbling coffin, and maybe do a somersault or something. I don't know how Dottie works. How does Dottie work to get out of this cloud?
Definitely like a cartwheel or something flashy.
All right.
And then
let's-
let me see if I can make this not attached to me because it's moving when it shouldn't be.
Oh, and there is a raid from Onisaurus. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Good timing. We're in the just kind of getting close to wrapping up a combat, so I'll do a quick little conversation about the things. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to look at. So thank you, by the way, Onisaurus, for jumping into the stream and bringing all the people with you. We are playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and currently we are dealing with a fog cloud. Actually, that aura I gotta get off of you. So I'm gonna draw that out for you guys to see where that fog cloud is.
Okay. Because I'm trying to get it off my character.
Right? Okay, so.
There we go.
Okay, cool. So, let's get the fog clouds drawn on here for you, and then I can tell everybody what the heck is happening. So it was there, so 20 foot. Oh, I'm not going to draw this properly, am I? There. Yes, I am. Right there. That's how big it was, but it is currently more like there that it was. There. Okay, there's your fog cloud. So, you got a little bit further yet to go, I think. There you go. You are now out of fog cloud and can see the room around you. You see Erevis having just dragged a corpse out. You see Volric doing this strange little dance with a wedding cake. And that's about it.
Okay. Do I see the wedding
Stomping
cake?
his feet.
You do see the wedding cake, yeah, for sure.
I will firebolt that wedding cake.
Okie doke.
Don't you fucking dare.
I promise I won't miss. Oh, that's fireball.
Great.
There's firebolt. Ah,
Thanks.
All right.
that's a 10.
With a 10, that is not going to hit it. But it's not an @1, so it just kind of sails over the cake and in front of you, Volric, and just goes past you towards some crates in the far corner.
Why is this cake so fucking dexterous?
That's me.
All right, so quick one here for you guys. For I keep on saying Onosaurus. It's Onosarius. Why am I? Why? I got to tell you, today, guys, I'm having a challenge with words. And crew. So thank you guys for coming in and joining us in the raid. Appreciate you joining us. We are you're used to it. That's not good, Onosaurus. That's not good. That idea. I don't want to make you used to that. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We are now on my turn. And my turn includes Spirit Guardians. Yes, you're right. 8 damage on a Wisdom save. And hey, seeing as you're in here, chat, you may as well try to roll for me. So here is. Oh no, Ender, you did that. You just did that. Okay, fine. Pardon me. So, all right, fine.
Just got enough
So-
points.
You have enough points. I guess I'm a goblin for the next minute. Marvelous. In any case,
No. No.
yeah, Dax just rolled a 10 on the
Goblins.
stream, which means that the wedding cake fails the saving throw, and it's why don't we do it this way? Because this is the last thing of the combat. Scrags, tell me how your strange little minotaurs of your spirit guardians annihilate this cake.
There is also another prop next to Scraps
Oh, that's
that
right.
is living.
That is true. There's stuff more, but I'm still going to ask you to describe it because it's fun.
Well, the Minotaurs have somehow morphed into something else. Seeing a giant spider, and seeing as how Scrags is a druid, they are going to be little raptors that will tear the wedding cake apart and just start chowing down, frosting all over their little faces.
Frosting all over them. Onisaurus also rolled a wonderful little failure for me. So tell me how it gets rid of. Oh, actually, it doesn't kill off the boar, but you can still
That's
describe
okay.
how it tears into the boar if you want.
Well, I suppose the boar would end up. Have you ever seen like a suckling pig?
Yes.
So it's basically just torn apart and it's spread eagled as the raptors are just trying to like gnaw
Oh,
on the
God.
different bits of it.
Oh
And,
yes.
yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. At
All
this stage now, I
right.
don't even remember what race he is.
Right. Okay. So the remnants of this stuffed boar are gonna try and attack you because you're the thing that's causing it the most discomfort. So it's gonna try and punch into you. It's not an advantage because it got no help. Although it thought it did, the spider isn't actually helping. And all of the fails all of the time, apparently. So, yeah, very middle rolls. I'm getting some interesting emojis popping across my screen. Thanks. Coffee. Thanks, caffeine. All right, let's go to. That does bring us to the top of the initiative, and that is Erevis.
Well, they seem to have the boar handled, so I'm gonna
Now,
start.
just as a quick little DM opportunity to remind you, there was at one point in time in this room, and it changed to something, a brigandnock, but this lady came to go and collect it off of the nearby table that Dottie was nearby, and shoved it into her bodice.
For sure, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna check for this briganock.
That's harassment.
I gave her the chance to go down easy.
You need to ask her.
I'll talk to HR later.
Because that's very.
And
Pretty sure this is the
I'll
worst
also
place for
drag
her.
her 15 feet more in.
That's very rude.
All right, I would allow you to go ahead and roll an investigation check if you so chose.
What is the actors union going to think about this?
Investigation. I'm really good at this. 9.
9. Yeah, you try looking through it and you kind of poke yourself with a pin.
Ow.
You're poisoned. Die.
I just fall over and die. He'll kind of like set her down gently, then like put his hands on his hips and just say, "This doesn't have to be so difficult."
She's unconscious, so she's not going to answer. But it is.
And I'll ask the body, Briganock, are you there? Oh goodness, that'll be my turn.
All right. It is Volric's
I'll
turn.
ask the boobs, are they okay?
All right, Volric, you don't have a wedding cake in your way anymore.
Outstanding.
But
what do I have? In my way?
you see, in between you and Scraggs is a what looks like it could have been a stuffed boar at one point in time, but is now just kind of torn all apart. It's still standing and still trying to smack Scraggs around though.
Oh, well, as much as I hate Scraggs, I would really love. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna take 2 sharpshooter shots at Scraggs. Not joking. At
Okay, it is not looking. It is not looking tough. Like it's looking pretty rough. So you may decide that you don't need the sharpshooter side of things.
Oh well, true. Well, that's all right. I won't do sharpshooter then, because maybe I get a hit once this is true.
Every time he makes eye contact with my spirit guardians, they will start hissing at him.
And Volric?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sense he was about to shoot me.
Oh, do they? Do they? Well, I have another shot. If you keep running that mouth, I might try it out.
There you go. This one does hit, so go ahead and roll me your damage. I don't know. I think your damage is good. Even if with a 1, you'd still probably kill this thing off. You do.
11.
All right. Tell me, how do you do this?
Hold on, wait. It's coming. The bois.
What's coming?
The bois.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's coming. Here,
I'm a
he's.
better early.
There you
Oh,
go. Now you got
wow.
it. That's what he.
I should have guessed.
So, Volric, I would say justifiably fucked off for this wedding cake. He takes a candle from the wedding cake and lights one of the arrowheads on fire and just fires it and just puts it on the boar. And it just...
You'll fit well
it's just
with
a
the red
stuffed
brand.
boar. Right? It's totally fits in. So and because it's just a stuffed boar, it just lights like the driest wood shavings or like sawdust and just crumbles to the ground immediately. That takes us out of our initiative and leaving you with the space to yourself. Although, admittedly, there are also in various corners, which I did not put in tokens, goblins just trying to pull up into corners and stay out of the way in various spots. So you'll see, let me just clear that off here. And none of them are combatant. They're all just kind of like standing back. Each of them with their own little workshop tools in their hands, hammers, screws, in some cases wood glues and things like that. And they're just kind of like standing here and here, trying to stay out of the way. Anybody who is a little bit more to the left will have actually just disappeared down the corridor that is seen down here. Volric, you could actually see a little bit down that corridor anyway. But yeah, that's all there's a whole bunch of goblins in here, and they're like,
Nothing to see here. Go back to your work.
I'm gonna slip out of
actors.
the fog cloud, and before anyone can screech and attack me in fear, I'm gonna do a little like dance, make sure everyone knows I'm like on their side. Like, hey guys, I'm a spider.
Throw me a performance check as the spider.
Oh god.
Do I need to play the spider dance from Undertale right now?
No.
12.
Do I need to whip out that song? Do I need to get that song?
So-
that could be copywritten.
That's probably copywritten.
true.
Yeah, DMCA would like no. Okay, anyway, but so you dance, you doing a little dance, and this spider looks like it's just missing its cane and top hat, guys. That's all it's missing.
I should have a Fu Manchu though coming down
Oh.
from my mandibles.
I put that there.
All right, what do you guys do with the space?
Out.
Back to work. A couple of the goblins like,
Do
and they go.
someone-
They start going back to work.
as someone who's talked to a goblin
What the
once,
fuck?
I mean, I don't know much about goblin culture. Would I know clan affiliations, or anything like that?
You could
'Cause we
try
haven't
an
really
insight
met
check
that
and see
many
what
goblins
happens.
before. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never actually met a goblin. We met one, I think.
Actually, I got something here
Um,
for you for quick. Just hang tight for me. Okay. There you go. I just put it in roll 20 for you. Go for it.
Oh, okay. I'll try. See what happens. I mean, I don't know much about goblins. Dirty little creatures. It's rolling
Reminds me of
ridiculously
someone.
slow, so apologies there.
It is.
It
No
looks
worries.
like almost a natural 20, so 15.
Okay, so almost a natural 20. So with a 15,
It was almost a natural 20. It's
you do notice something. It's hard to place one particular clan, and it's largely because once you look at one of these goblins and kind of get the sense of what the clan that this particular goblin might be by the way of their demeanor, their dialect, whatever the case may be, you look to another one, and it looks like a kind of goblin you've never ever seen before. The skin doesn't. Well, no, the skin just. It doesn't look Wesmian. Doesn't even look like it's from Stiag. It's there's not much familiarity for many of these goblins, and it doesn't look like there's one consistent clan. This is like the most eclectic group of goblins you can imagine.
okay.
Can I slip over to one of the goblins, hold it down, put its body in a web, and drag it over to Scrags?
Oh gosh.
I'm going to say yes, you can, and immediately all of the other goblins go straight to work and start working all the more feverishly as a result.
Oh gosh.
Shimo, please don't do that.
I'm going to like poke Scrags and then poke the goblin. I just want him to interrogate the goblin.
Hang on.
don't
Are you
right.
are you still a spider monk? Because you can't talk.
I just.
Oh, no,
I
no,
just
I'm just
imagine there's
poking,
a
I'm not
almost
talking.
uninterrupted, like muffled scream from the goblin.
Well, I left the body unwebbed. I left the head unwebbed so that it could still talk to Scrags.
I don't think you should be doing that. That's not very nice, Shimo. You know.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'll go ahead and unweb it then. Just like use my mandibles to snip it open.
Now, if you don't tell me what I wants to know, he'll do that with your head.
Oh my god.
Who is ya? Where's the hag?
Oh, hang on. I have the voice. I may as well use it. I'm Turnit, and the hag is
turned on.
probably upstairs.
Ooh,
It's not on.
you
No,
know.
No.
Oh, I know why.
What?
I was mentally preparing
I'm
myself for
Turnit,
it.
and
Oh,
sure
no.
I'm sure it's upstairs still. Which one?
You sound like my mother. Get away, get away. The memories, the memories. Please, someone else take over. I can't handle this.
Oh, for the love of everything divine. Like,
Considering your mother's a wind genasi, I'm surprised it would sound like that.
She got around a lot.
the-
She was a wind genasi. My father was a warforged. And, well, I'm a baby minotaur. With little horns on my head. But anyways, please, someone, I can't talk to this one.
I'll
Makes
do
me
the
head explode.
interrogation.
I'm gonna respectfully pat her down until I find the.
Okay, and you will find like you'll have to unlace the bodice just a little bit to open it up and. Thank you. And it's just like you saw the Briganock that met you guys beforehand, the more aged one of the whole works. This one looks wrinkled and shriveled right up with a Fu Manchu, but very like bright white Fu Manchu that extends long down. And remember, this creature's only like this big, but it still extends long down to almost down to its knees as you kind of help extricate it without being disrespectful.
Yeah,
From
I'll
the
take him
or
out.
from the
Wouldn't
bodice.
have been the worst way to go, but let's avoid that kind of death. And,
I'm having
thank you.
confusing feelings.
I'll bring them over to the rest of the party, and I'll drag along.
Erebus, please keep your raisins to yourself. I don't want any.
I'll drag the lady with us.
Okay. Okay. What?
Erebus. Erebus, I don't want a raisin, and stop dragging that poor woman around.
I'm not a raisin.
He's a
I don't
raisin
commit.
briganock.
The raisin Briganock, indeed. Okay, just yeah, says, who are you?
Bad bitches. Who are you?
Do you say that?
Is this?
Yes.
Is that your?
Yes, I do.
Is that your group name? It's Bad Bitches.
I look around, and then before anyone else can answer, I go, yes. Immediately, yes.
No, but that's not a bad option. Let's
Yes.
get you dusted off, and I'll put him down on the table next to me.
Okay.
The red brand and the bad bitches.
We go by
Red brand in
names.
common.
Yeah.
And so,
I am
The
not
red brand, and
musician.
then in common. Bad bitches.
all right. I'm just trying to find. Okay, just hang on 1 second here. Find the name that I needed. I have a name, and I don't remember it. Oh, got it. Okay. And so, what did you do again with the Erebus? Because I got distracted by the whole
Put him
Bad
down
Bitches
on
thing.
this table next to me.
Okay, cool. So, putting him down on the table. Okay. The Bad Bitches brand. Okay. What are you doing here?
We came to, well, in part save you, and in part try and.
Stop
Kill
it.
the hag!
Stop it.
Okay,
Yes, that.
Okay. Then. Oh. So okay. How do you know how you're gonna deal with the hag?
Yeah.
Kill it.
I'm just gonna like sprint over and then go.
Partly that. Partly her
Okay.
setting things on fire. Me stabbing things. He's gonna shoot a bow and arrow.
I'll
He's
pull
got
out my tiny
divine
knife.
magic.
With this.
Sure, that.
Okay. So
It'll be
what you're
glorious.
telling me is you're going to go in bows blazing and have no other plan.
I'm gonna climb
That
up
is a
onto the
plan.
ceiling.
Yep.
It's worked for us so far.
Oh, how high is the ceiling?
Every time. Works like a charm.
Except the
Okay.
two times it hasn't,
Down.
but
I
Two times she
don't-
almost died.
Okay, you're not carrying me with you, are you?
no. There's
I don't
a
think
Oh
these
no,
old bones will
100%.
do it.
You're the bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the bait. I'm gonna tie you to one end of the arrow and just fire you in the random direction and hope to God.
All right, he's gonna have a heart
Tell me
attack.
he's joking.
Glimmer or gleam?
Okay.
Gleam, I think.
Question. How many hags are there here right now?
I've only seen one. Why is there supposed to be more? Because that would be a lot more dangerous for you to fight.
Yeah, well, we're missing another 2. So where's
It
the
looks
other
like we're gonna need
2?
more Briganox for bait.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And I heard that 3 of them is very bad news.
So you
So,
can either be good or bad.
oh no, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna
But you know
be really
what?
bad.
I have to say, 1 is the loneliest number, and so thank you for fighting me.
No problem.
You're definitely gonna be.
No!
Gleam.
No!
Please
we're not
pick
doing
him
that.
Opposite, he said.
So,
Balric like starts like going into an amused smile because at this point I think he's trying to show that he's joking, but he's like,
have you been outside of this room? Have you been to other rooms?
I've been to you, but not. This is where she wants me. She wants me designing things
Okay.
here.
Do you know if there's any more guards or any more like cakes we can around the place?
Yeah. There's a lot. There's all the dark things. There's she might
What's the
turn you
dark
into
things?
like a mask if you're not careful. Take your shadows. You know, like those two guys. They kind of have their shadows taken. And
Well,
you know,
that's not good.
and at this point in time,
I wasn't exactly.
at this point in time, you're gonna hear what kind of through the fog cloud. Hello, is it safe?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you're fine.
And Gleam is gonna come around to the other side. He says, I heard something about shadows.
No. That's outside of my knowledge, which is very
And then-
small.
And then Amador also kind of peers through the fog, just little rapier out.
Where the fuck were you?
On the other side of fog, thank you very much. I told you to charge, but I didn't mean to charge into stupid.
Well, I have a
I didn't
very,
charge into stupid. I watched them
I
charge
have a
into
very
stupid.
important job for you, Amador.
Aha.
You need to escort this VIP, if you will.
Oh. Who is it? Oh, I apologize. I'm Gulmo.
Gulma.
No, I used to be the leader, but I don't of the Break and Knock Mines. But I don't know that they have. I've been gone for a while, so I don't know who's in charge anymore.
Yeah,
For all I know, it could
not
have
you.
caved in.
No, still there.
Oh, good.
I don't think
You're
they
gonna
like
take
you
me
very
out?
much.
I don't know about that.
That's not true.
Amador's gonna say, "Oh no, they actually rather prefer him. It's just they had to do something, so Obud took over. I could take him out for sure, like through the secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel, yeah.
Secret what now?
Yes,
Say
to the
secret tunnel even
tunnel.
louder. Who can say it the
here.
loudest?
hop onto my shoulder, and Golma's gonna like that's a shoulder. Okay, good to know. And just kind of grabs on to Amador. You sure you don't need my help?
Oh, we'll be fine. We can't have you taking all the glory.
If we was to get your help, what would you actually do in a fight besides cowering in the fog?
I am a very good rapier user.
Oh, you might want to not use that word. I don't like that word. User. Yeah.
Okay, that's a new
But
one.
we needs to find out where the guards are, where the hags are, Scraggins, and get out of here. Well, rescue Chalk, then get out of here. No, get the unicorn, then get out of here.
Okay.
We have missions.
There.
Quick question. How high is the ceiling that I climbed up onto?
Only about 10 feet. No,
Okay,
that's not
cool.
true.
So
Sorry,
I
hang on.
can-
Wrong space. This one's going to be more like 20 feet in here.
Okay, cool. So, for a giant spider, that'd be a pretty safe drop onto the ground
Yeah, definitely.
if I need to fight. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just checking that I'm not going to drop down and kill myself.
No. And so, with that, Amador is going to turn to Gleams. Take care of yourself. And they do this little head-to-head, forehead to yellow bud head, sepal head, kind of touch, and then just kind of give them their regards, and then Amador walks into the fog cloud. And out of view.
Right. Mission 1 complete. Good job, everyone.
Oh well. Anyway, let's move on.
Well, this will be more encouragement to survive this.
And a couple of the goblins just kind of giggle.
Spider-Mo, can you tie her up?
I do a spider thumbs up to the best of my ability and tie her up.
All right. We have. So while you are tying her up, giving you a little bit more of the lay of the land of this place, there is a set of large 10-foot wide double doors, so 20 foot of space covered, toward nearby the curtain that Erevis was kind of going through. Very large. They look like, well, they look like they would take some effort to open for any goblin, and the goblins are all back at work again. You will also notice, Volric, where you are currently, you'll see that there's in the roof above you there seems to be a hatch. The ground is actually rising a little bit into this area, and it does seem to be some chambers in this other end of the hallway, a small 5-foot wide hallway with three chambers to the right, 3 chambers to the right, 3 chambers to the left, that you can have a peek at if you would like. You're doing what now? You're not. Oh, that's interesting. There, solved. That was odd. Got it.
Deadly.
Hey, Narg, good to see you in the chat. All right, so, yeah, that's what you guys see in this space. You see that hatch and you see those extra rooms.
All right. How hard would it be to wake this lady up? Now that she's tied up.
She is. You did a pretty good number on her. I rolled that D4 was to see how long she was going to be unconscious for.
Oh.
I healed her.
In hours. Yeah, just to tell you.
We don't have paladin. If I heal her, can we bring her up?
Yeah, absolutely, you can.
I don't know if we want to spell slots though.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on a second. Give me one moment here before we carry on.
No,
I have.
I can't.
In D&D, does the water on the head work?
No.
Or-
It would if it was a feint. This isn't a feint.
Okay.
This is a
Can we put
you smacked her ass kind of thing.
Good eye.
her hand in like some warm water and then eventually she'll
Okay,
wake up?
so
Or
let's
put
see
her
what
hand in
this
my
person.
firebolt.
Oh gosh,
That could work.
that would kill her.
It would also sear off her hand, but
Okay,
If it's just
so-
one finger at a time, it's fine.
Maybe.
All right, Dottie is
Uh,
brutal. Noted.
Daddy's the baddie.
Yeah,
Always.
Gleam is going to
I'm the
go
big, big
over
bad.
and say, "What is it you're trying to do?"
Well, I'd like to get some information on her. See what
information
she
you're looking
knows
for?
about the lay of the land, and hopefully, if all things work out, maybe an ally. She didn't seem that interested in fighting, only stealing away our hostage.
Well, that's
I'm sorry, what?
true. If you're looking for help with the lay of the land, that's why I'm with you.
Wait, you've been here?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness! Forget this lady then. And he flops her on the ground.
Can I stab her? Can I stab her?
No,
You said-
she's gonna be out for a while.
Okay.
You said there was a hatch
Forward
on the
looks
ceiling?
at Aramis, and when everyone like around him starts making these sudden realizations, he's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, guys,
I thought this was already known knowledge. What the fuck? He's like, why are we?
I'm sure
Why is this a conversation?
I'm sure the
having?
hatch on the ceiling is the road less traveled, so I'm going to climb up to it and then
Okay.
like web down a rope so that other people can climb up to it.
Very nice. I am here for it. So this is where the hatch is. I'm gonna do some thinging. So, as a result of that very clever use of spiderness, yeah, spiderness. My title of my stream is wrong, and I'm okay with it. So you go up. I gotta get you guys in the right spot first.
Aha.
Stage right. You liar. You liar. You fiend.
You foiled me. That's all there is to it. So, you are able. Actually, hang on. The first one is, can you open this thing as a spider? Roll me a dexterity check.
Oh, well, that's not a problem as a spider, so.
Go on, baby. Use your little.
15.
Yeah, okay.
Lickies.
Yeah, so you're able to kind of weave a little bit of a web around the handle, and then also give it a bit of a twist to unlatch it, and indeed it opens up. So I'm going to move your token to where you appear.
You make web mittens.
You're gonna
Web
see.
mittens in the shape of hands.
And then you just, yeah, and then you just go like,
And you stretch yourself out across this opening and drop a rope down to the group behind you. In this space, what you see, reading it properly for you. Whoa.
I'm gonna climb up and get beside Shimo and give him all the cuddles.
Okay, so
I'm gonna give him all the scratches because he is a
The
spider.
grossest, stickiest cuddles.
so what you see
Little hairs
is
getting-
actually this door that you've opened. It actually I kind of did that wrong. You do get the latch, but what it does is it just kind of when you get up to it, you actually realize that it actually lowers a little bit. And so what you can actually do is lower it down about 3 or 4 feet, crawl up into it, making your way into that space, and then sitting on this now lowered platform, you can drop your web down. However, because you're a giant spider, you can also see up into the space that it normally would be above it. And so what you see is corridor, 10-foot corridor immediately back over the space that you just were fighting in, and then another corridor that goes the opposite direction with with hallways that extend to the left and right, and a stairwell that goes up as well. And so I'm gonna
Okay,
pull
I'm
that.
going to just kind of like poke my head out and go to try and signify people to come this direction since we're all just standing over an unconscious person webbed.
Okie doke.
I will
So-
ask Gleam. So, where is this hag, or where are the things we need to find, if you know?
Well, I think I think we might be in the workshop, which means the stage is there. And so that'd probably be stage right through the curtain, and then where your friend is hissing at us from would be stage left.
And what about those doors?
Those will be the loading dock. The cranes will be outside loaded to load the big large props and backdrops that they put up on the stage.
Is it dangerous on stage?
There can be dangers on stage, yes. The lighting contraptions are, well, they're handled by professionals. The cranes are too, I think. At least I think they're professionals. I don't really know how she gets her people.
Shimo's location leads to the same place, is what you're saying, as the curtain.
If we go up stage right, honestly, you'll be walking right onto the stage, and you'll be seen. There'll definitely be people there.
Alright.
Stage left, I don't know. If we're quiet, it might be okay.
Alright, sounds like a good idea. I will follow my companions into the stage.
Alright.
After shoving her into a box. The
Scylla? Or the other human?
Yeah.
Oh, where
goodness.
is that noise coming from? Whoa. There was
My
some
ears.
sketchy noise. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. It was really loud in here, so I didn't even get the heads up as to who it was. So, oh, there it is.
Oh,
It's Volric.
there it is. Volric.
Yeah, it was your microphone. You gotta mute. I guess if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to mute yourself. Okay, sorry. Carry on. So, are you guys all going up? I'm gonna pull this spider away because that spider is no longer doing things. Are you guys all climbing up? And in what order are you guys climbing up? Who's the first one to go up the spider vine?
I assume the spider. And then I will go as soon as I am able. Unless anyone
Okay.
has a...
So Volric was the first one up because they said so a long time ago. And so I'll get you into the right spot here. Actually, I don't know why I'm pasting it. I should just, like, move you. And then who comes up after Erebus?
I will.
Okay, actually, I know why I'm pasting you. Copy. Paste. Sorry, guys, it'll take me a couple to get this all done properly so that I don't have challenges. Ding, and then Dottie, and then Scrags, and then Gleam. Is that acceptable to everybody? I'll get rid of that. Spirit Guardians now. Oh, slow internet. Okay, we're good. Done. Okay, so, and then Gleam. Alright, so we'll get you guys all three up there. Copy.
I just noticed that Bulwark would be still scratching it, like Shimo, and like giving him a good job pats when everyone else is like slowly coming up this ladder.
And in return, I'll be patting you on the head.
Thank you.
Erebus sees this and is just like...
With his mandibles.
He does not comment. He puts his head down and does not comment.
I have to refresh things, so... nonetheless, I think you guys can
I'm an
see...
animal lover, and now my best friend can turn into different animals. Of course, I'm gonna love him differently than you guys.
There we go.
What are you talking about?
Alright, so you guys can now see into this corridor that goes to the left, and you do hear a whole bunch of what seems to be the telltale sounds of a play being reenacted or rehearsed or something to that effect around the corner, to kind of above the room that you were just in. So I mean, from your vision, from the right. But there is also a couple of other corridors that extend to your left, as well as a set of stairs.
Can I sneak in and try and like peek around a corner?
Roll me a stealth check.
This corner.
I also would like to do that, but I'll go to the other side that he's going to.
Okay, cool.
17.
17.
Actually, I have advantage.
You can
my
can
boots.
still have Spirit Guardians up if you want, Scrags. I was just taking it off just because I thought it would have been done.
19.
So that,
Yeah,
that
no,
was
that's
me.
fine.
That,
I'll
that was
stay
me
back
assuming I shouldn't have
because
done that.
I'll kill people otherwise. So I'll stay a good bit back.
Okay. So as you guys all crawl up, the spider monk does a little bit of manipulation of the contraption, and what you now realize is actually an elevator from down below. An elevator to the level down below is what you guys just entered in through. So he now pulls that elevator back up into the regular floor position. Ervis and Volric, well, Ervis with 17 on
Oh shit.
on your stealth check. Go ahead now, roll me a perception check. Volric, if you're doing the same thing, you'll need to roll for me. You got it, 22. And
I got
are
a
you
19
peeking around the
because I
same
have
corner?
advantage.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
I also got a 19.
On your
Can
perception check.
Can I slip up onto the ceiling and then follow them?
Yep, I will say you are on the ceiling and following them from the above. It is definitely very nicely hewn stone in here. This is not a rough place like the workshop below was. This is a properly hewn 10-foot wide corridor that you are working your way through. Ervis, looking around the corner, very quietly and very stealthily, you see that there are a number of people out in the middle of what seems to be a large amphitheater with a large backdrop towards the rear end of it. You can actually see a large beam that just kind of extends up over the top of it, that has some cabling on it, and the cabling is moving. And as the cabling is moving, you can see a little bit of a change in direction of some colored lights going across that whole stage. You can also see from where you are with your very sneaky demeanor, you can see some cranes that are just kind of extended out on some platform beyond this open amphitheater, to which you can see the sky above it, lightning still crackling as you have expected in the realm of Yon. And there is another person in the back with what seems to be like the medieval version of a clipboard, just kind of flipping through scrolls, and then just kind of leans around the corner and whispers out a phrase. Not even Ojugs would dine on this. And then one of the other people out on the stage is like, not even Ojugs would dine on this. And just miming stuff. You do... Yeah, that's pretty much what you would see from this little area. There's obviously activity happening out there.
But no big old hag.
Not that you can see from here.
All right.
Unless they're watching the play.
I will scooch back.
Okay.
There has to be an audience for this sort of thing, right? I would think.
Gleam is going to say, well, that depends. If it's a rehearsal, then yes. If it's the actual play, then a lot more.
All right. Do you think this is rehearsal or the actual play? My guess is rehearsal.
She's going to go and take a quick peek around the corner. Yeah, the lighting's not right. I would say it's probably rehearsal.
And this particular hag, these plays, are they devious somehow? Are they steal people's souls? Are they?
I haven't actually ever seen one of the plays. I just know that she seems to enjoy forcing people to do them. She wanted us to do some unique acrobatics for ours. But if we want to try and find her without anybody knowing, I'm going to suggest a big open room might not be it.
True enough.
Unless I'm going to point to, I'm going to reach over and point to Dottie's head and point to my head, and like mime putting on a hat. A
You will
hat
wear
that might be
Dottie
helpful.
as a hat. Dottie, I think the spider wants to wear you as a hat. I don't know why.
I mean, I love that idea, but I don't know how it applies at the moment.
The
It would be
this
super.
is me out of character because I don't know.
Yeah.
It would be super metagaming for me to say what I mean.
Yes, it would be.
Shimo and I could do a performance.
You guys could do a performance. That would ingratiate yourself to her. Maybe you could make her think that you're here as a friendly ally. And then get closer. That's a possibility.
I could do that.
I just feel like that also removes the possibility of us getting her alone.
That's true. I don't know what to do. This is why I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I
will follow your lead on this.
How tall is the ceiling out in the stage?
There is no ceiling. It is open to the sky.
Okay. Well, now my plan was to tell you guys that I could climb up onto the ceiling and watch from above. But if there's no ceiling, that's not very useful now, is it?
So you, Gleam is going to say, I'm not the plan maker. I'm here for my sister, and that is all. And if I can help you understand where we are and what happens around here, then great, but I'm not the plan maker. And from what I've seen of you guys, neither are you, so maybe you should just simply lean into that.
Alright, then I'm gonna go over here and peek into these two different curtain things.
Okay, so the first thing you do is, which one are you doing first? The one to the left or to the right? Straight ahead, I should say.
First.
Okay, so looking through there.
Go up these stairs.
So what's unusual about these curtains is when you're beside them, you don't really hear anything from the other side of this curtain. But you do hear the echoes of the sounds coming down the other corridor that you were just in. And so when you peek open the curtain, suddenly you hear the clamoring of sounds in what would be the rafters, except that it's not rafters. It looks like it's just this long contraption with hanging lights and goblins on little carts that are moving up and down it. So, and I'm going to say you could see this from where you are without being seen either with that 19. You do see that there's a number of creatures, dark, shadowy creatures, just sitting on the stage, some of them talking to each other over their shoulders, other ones kind of pointing out to the stage. Every once in a while, one of them will actually look up and then they'll look back down. But you could hear everything as soon as you open up that curtain. And you close it and it gets silent again. It's very much the Ace Ventura, oh, kind of thing.
Yeah.
When you have it. So.
All right. So that's underneath the rafters, or
that would be. You are now actually looking from what would be kind of a, like a top tier seating area of what would be the audience area of the amphitheater, through this curtain.
Okay, then what is this one up the stairs, or is this downstairs?
That is upstairs.
That is where I'm heading off to.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You can come with. Yeah. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna follow if they're running down the corridor.
No, we're stealthing, dude. We're stealthing.
So you guys are just throwing your tokens all over the place. So I'm just assuming you're.
That's because we're moving so quickly. We're stealthing so fast.
So Volric, you go to peek again. Same effect. You go to peek into this space, and the curtain stifles whatever sound is on the other side, but you can still hear the echoes of things coming up the corridor from behind you. You look through here. It's not very noisy in here. There's not a lot of things happening in this space, but what you do see is that it's a storage room of some sort, just absolutely piled in with a variety of different props. Most of them are just there seems to be no order to it. They're just all over the place, piled haphazardly by, well, it depends. What kind of person is Volric? Is Volric somebody who is Actually, I'll give you a description. This is a Windy J story. So the Windy J story goes like this. Miniature Windy J, when he was 6 years old, he would open up one of the mandarin oranges that we would get for Christmas. He would meticulously peel it in one piece and then lay out all of the wedges in a row on the table. Windy's brother, on the other hand, would do the exact same thing, seeing his older brother do it all, lay out all the wedges, and then immediately afterwards go smash, 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 smash on all of them. Which one are you? Which one is... You're Smash Brothers. So then you don't really notice any of the order, and it doesn't bother you.
No.
Erebus will say, this could work. We could all dress up in this.
And pretend like we're part of the play. That's not going to run for very long.
No, but it might get us somewhere. Is there any exit doors from this place?
You haven't found... There is another curtain across the way, yes. And you do see a corridor that extends quite a ways further to what you feel like would be going into the mountain as well, to the left. Just kind of peeking around the corner, you can see it.
I guess we do have options. What do you think, Dottie?
I want to perform a
Seems that
play.
we only have fancy dress in order.
You know that top hat I was missing? Is it in there?
You'd have to go in to find out.
If no one's going to object to Shimo skittering along, I'd like to stealth in along the ceiling.
All right, so you kind of pull the curtain aside and reach your way in and stealth in. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check up onto the ceiling.
11.
Okay. Roll for me a perception check while you're here then too, please.
Okay, well that would be Shimo perception because it gets my wisdom and my 21.
21. So that's pretty good. You are going to see a variety of things in here. One of them, you actually, it kind of grabs your giant spider senses right off the bat. So Spider Monk notices that in a crate there seems to be a crate opened up, that's partially opened, that you can see a whole bunch of wigs in, and you can immediately take note of a number of seemingly harmless spiders just crawling in and around these wigs. You can also see in one corner there is what appears to be a mouse trap, but it would have to be for like a giant rat. It's like 3 feet wide and 8 feet long. It's a big bloody mouse trap just kind of leaned up against one wall. You do see in one corner a variety of different handheld implements, like a parasol with a little like copper weather vane, and then there's also a hooked cane, and atop the hooked cane is a top hat.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to put a little bit of web on the bottom of the top hat and stick it to my head.
All right, you are now a top-hatted giant spider.
With a cane.
And I'm going to say it's been about 20 minutes of you being in this form, just to kind of keep track of that.
Okay, cool. Yes.
With a cane.
All right,
And
I
so-
will enter as well.
All right, so let me open this in the map so you guys can see it then. So we'll move said curtain out of the way. And you guys can move as you wish into this space. As you enter this space, I will ask you to, if you haven't already rolled for me one, roll me a stealth check, please.
I think Dottie's gonna follow behind as well.
Okay. And Gleam will do the same. See some stealth checks happening as you guys are coming in. Oh yeah, that's a good one. And by the way, chat, you are also welcome to roll for my character Gleam. She could use a roll. So if that is something you wish to do, I will take your roll for
I think Dottie's
Gleam.
so excited by seeing the props.
Yeah?
Oh,
She's just like,
And I
we're
am-
gonna perform a play and then we're gonna fireball a hag. It's gonna be great.
And as you're looking through, all of a sudden, Gleam kind of looks, kind of seems to appear silently beside you. She's like, shh.
Sorry.
The beam's into space now too, with a 19 on the dice from Dak. Dak, you should be happy with that. The last roll I saw, the last, I don't know, 14 rolls I've seen from you have never been higher than a 13. So you finally broke your curse. Okay. Yeah, so so you guys are all able to enter this space comfortably, and it is just absolutely chock full with a variety of props. Are you looking for anything in particular here? There is the curtain door to the north side of this wall, and then there is another little corridor, 5-foot corridor that extends down out the west side of the room.
I want to find a kingly scepter and a crown as my clothes turn into royalties.
A kingly
of my
scepter and a
gleaming
crown.
or glimmering studded leather.
Your gilded studded leather, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, with the amount of props that they would have here, roll for me an investigation check to see if you can find something.
Okay. 9 again.
Okay. There's the crown you find. It's not very well made. It's wooden, so it's kind of heavy, and the paint is kind of chipping. But you have a crown. And the most kingly scepter you can find looks more like it's just a chunk of stone that has been hewed in it, so it's kind of heavy. Stone that's been lashed to the top of a staff, and so it doesn't really look all that kingly. It actually looks more like it would be carried by a Goliath, but whatever.
I'll make my kingly robes a little bit more shabby then.
All right, cool.
To fit in the aesthetic.
Very nice. A little more Scottish king as opposed to English king. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And then I will turn around and say, all right, I've got my outfit if we are doing this.
All right. So
I tip my hat.
Are you guys all going to costume yourselves
costumes.
up? Is that what you guys are all going to do? Is you're all going to costume yourselves up?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got Shimo and we got Erevis costumed. Let's bring it on. Bring out all of your ideas. What do you guys want to look like as costumed characters? Let's start with Scrags. What would you want to look like?
That's a good question. I'd like to be something that's completely the opposite of what I really am. So, I'm thinking Goblin would make sense.
Go for
Especially since we saw some of them down there. I would make myself look like a Goblin worker. You know, I mean,
okay.
That's so completely the opposite of what I am. So, yeah.
All right. So you find yourself various implements that would allow you to look like you have a variety of tools. Like maybe you actually even look like one of the goblins that are in that workshop down below. Would that work for
I'd
you?
use my paper mache skills to craft myself some goblin ears, goblin nose.
You see, just variously and just kind of creating paper mache to get all this done. That
I'll be Goblin Leia.
Goblin
with the
Leia. I love it. Goblin Leia. Okay. And so draped in this, I'm going to say you're going to find more of a light gray color. You're not gonna find anything white in here. It's going to be all kind of a gray colored robe.
Help me, Shimo. You're my only hope.
Are we gonna enact Stars War?
Oh my gosh. Dottie, what are you dressing up as?
Dottie wants to cover up her pink hair color, so she would use her disguise kit and also just anything she can find. Maybe make her hair like really dark, and she wants to basically dress like a zombie or a very, very old lady, like all creepy like.
Okay. Is there any inspiration you're pulling from the hags themselves?
Did we see what Better End looked like?
When you guys were working with Prince Alligator, Allah, I'm going to call him Prince Allah. The prince showed you. I kind of helped you guys, helped Scrags and Shimo, I think it was, disguise themselves as if they were the Bitter End Hag when you were
Got
fighting
it.
all those Peritons. So you have seen a likeness. I don't know how accurate that likeness was, but you have seen what you think is a likeness.
Yeah, I'll go for it then.
Okay. All right. Volric, we're dressing up. What do you want to dress up like?
I mean, if Fulric does,
That's quite possible. Volric might just simply go as themselves. You're muted at the moment.
we cannot hear you.
I am.
There we go.
Oops. Sus. I'm gonna definitely say Valric will dress up, but it's going to be definitely more like himself. I think he's just going to use this as an opportunity to get new clothes. So,
There is a crate of wigs. There is a variety of different props. The costumes not as heavily available in this space. More just like simple basic robes, like the gray one that Scrags has found, and Dottie found a tattered robe. It's not black. It's dark. It's another dark brownish gray kind of color, very drab, but it is tattered, and so you've used it for inspiration, but it's not black.
is there sort of like the only way I can describe it is a cowboy hat?
Oh yeah, you can find it. Let's see here. Roll an investigation check.
Brilliant. Why is my stream dying? There we go.
Yeah, an investigation check is definitely going to be the tool that we want here. For the 14, I'm going to say you're going to find. Normally, hats are if they're being properly cared for in a proper theater house, they're going to be on the appropriate like hat racks and hat stands that are usually mounted to a wall. Not these ones. You find a crate that has just been smashed in with all the extra hats. There is. But you do find in there what looks to be like a straw hat that could be like a farmer's hat. It's not really the exact same shape as a cowboy hat, but you feel like if you were to fold it this way, you could actually get it to kind of look a little bit more cowboy hatty.
I mean, fair. I will 100% take that then and try to wear it as a cowboy hat.
Okay, I saw this in the chat, Carney, so now I have to ask, is this something that you actually want to do? Because if you want to actually do it, Scrags, then I want to see how you would convince Shimo to do it.
I mean, I just assume Shimo will go along with it.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
probably. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Okay, so you got the consent. You get to go ahead and start. You go up.
I
Now,
will.
Spider
put-
Monk is on the roof, though. Just so you're gonna have to convince him down.
I'm sure I came down to
Okay,
put
fair
on
enough.
the outfit though. Yeah.
I'll put tie ribbons around all of his legs, and see if I can put little bows in his man's shoe, so that he is now dressed as a schoolgirl spider, well, giant spider. So
With a top
everyone
hat.
is going to be
And the cape.
with a top hat.
Because
Perfect.
he's already got the
Anyone
top hat.
can wear a
and the cape.
top hat. Anyone
true.
can wear a top hat, you know.
Yeah,
A rich schoolgirl giant spider who is on vacation from another continent.
Oh,
don't
okay. Interesting. Okay. And I have one more question for Dottie, and that is, what are you doing with your beanie of telepathy?
Is there a way I could still wear it just under like some sort of wig or
Yeah, you could probably do that without too much hassle.
veil or something?
I just wanted to make sure whether or not it was actually still on your person and you're actually still wearing it. So
Yeah,
seeing
I
that
still
you
wanna wear
are,
it.
beauty. Okay, so you guys are all now very much propped up and slightly dressed up with the poor costuming that you can find in this space. Now what?
I didn't think we'd make it this far.
Yeah, I thought we would have been attacked by now.
So obviously, we're going to enter stage left.
Of course. Is that what you guys are gonna
You
do?
might have spent too long getting dressed up, like a dressing scene montage that my spirit guardians has gone down, which is what I wanted to keep up. Scarx is having too much fun.
Yep, that's probably true. And actually, by this point in time, Spider Monk is going to be starting to lose its ability to be a Spider Monk. So.
Oh, wait, well,
what
I
are
do
you
Spider
doing?
Monk for an hour. How long were we searching through clothes? We are
Well,
slow.
Erebus in particular was searching for a long time.
Yeah, no.
At 9.
I'm gonna say you might have like 20 minutes left on your spider form at the most.
Okay, well, that's a lot of turns in combat, which I'm sure will happen very quickly because my performance is a -1.
All right.
All right.
Where you
Okay,
going?
so Shimo's just going to
Let's do this,
saunter
Shiza.
over with his cane.
I suppose it's
And-
good that my spirit guardians went down, because if I came into the room pretending to be a goblin with spirit guardians going around me,
That might be a little
might
bit
have been a
odd.
giveaway.
Yeah. So you
Yes,
guys watch
we're all.
as Spider Monk starts walking. And that's what this we hear is all of the 8 legs kind of skitter, except for the king. It's like, down the hallway. And Gleam, what is Gleam gonna do? Gleam is,
I thought I made her look like a pirate last time.
yeah, she doesn't. She's not gonna do that this time. She's in the wrong space for that. She is, she's just gonna follow you guys. Yeah, she's just gonna follow you guys. She's not dressing up.
Alright.
Nope, that's not
Well,
true. She's gonna find a cowl and put it on. Yep. Let's see how good she is at that. Yep, nat 20. She finds a cowl. Okay, so
Fix them up.
yeah, she finds a cowl and she ties it close around her masked head.
Okay. I don't know. Should I make someone ride me? That'd be cool.
Dottie,
All right.
Spider wishes to be ridden.
Well, I'm
Oh, that's
sure Dottie
my
would
little
know
beggar.
this. Anytime I'm an
I
animal,
am not
Dottie
getting
is
involved
my
in this.
rider.
Yes. That's tradition.
Alright, so I just pat my back and look at Dottie.
Okay, so I'm going to take us
Dottie.
off the map for just a little bit because I feel like the map might actually just simply distract us too much from actually doing this roleplay properly, because that's what it's going to end up being for the first chunk anyway. So how do you guys enter stage left? Actually, I'm going to change that right now because I enter stage right, enter stage left.
I can imagine Elred's face twitching with that conversation.
Should we enter stage right? Should we go back and just enter stage right? Because that's
Yeah,
usually
just
how
change
it
the title. Just do it. No, I'm kidding. Carry on. Do what you're gonna do. Do what you're gonna do.
is. War chaos and
Alright, I'm just gonna drop in from the ceiling and enter from no direction, but there's no ceiling.
Oh gosh.
All right. So,
Yes.
Dottie, are you actually
So-
raiding Spider Monk? I'm just double checking this.
Yeah, I'm dressed like a creepy hag and I have a creepy spider mount. It works.
Okay. And you're the first ones in?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to saunter in with the cane, and once we're visible, I'm going to like flourish my hat and then put it back on my head.
Okay. And what is everybody
I'm
else
at the
doing? as
very
you-
least.
Sorry,
I'm
go
at the
ahead.
very least going to give Erebus. Wait, no. I'm going to give I'm going to give Volric my blessing of the trickster.
Nice. Okay, so
And at least, hopefully, one of us can get through and kill the hag.
As we go in, I will ask for guidance from. I'll tell the goblin, quote unquote, to touch me.
What do you mean, quote unquote? Goblin. Oh, are you trying to...
Well,
Trying to
you're
come
not
at
actually a
Skrillex?
goblin, right?
No, I'm not. That's clear.
That's quote unquote.
I will give you guidance. The fake goblin will give you guidance.
Yes.
This
Oh,
is
the
an
goblin, the
acting
Goblin
where
will give you
we
guidance.
If I thought you were a
follow our
goblin, I wouldn't say
rules.
quote unquote.
All right.
Okay, you win this time.
I'm going to go in and I'm going to immediately use that stealth, and I'm going to try and be out of line of sight of everybody, if I even on when I'm on stage.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To do that dramatic entrance
I
for
see.
later.
Okay.
We were just
All right.
walking. We should have stealthed through this whole thing, but no, we're
We're in it
No.
now.
All right. So I am okay. So Volric, trying to be a
Oh, I get advantage because the blasting of the.
only if you use it
dexterity,
right
or
now.
is it the-
Well, no, hang on. How long is the
No,
blessing
it's
of the
for an
Church
hour.
last? It's for an hour. Beautiful.
1
yeah.
hour.
So you get it. So you get your advantage. Let's see if you do better than a 20. Okay, so 20 is
Yeah.
what you're gonna do. Okay, Spider Monk, Dottie ridden Spider Monk. As you drop down to the floor and start kind of stepping into the space, you can see the large tiered seating move out in front of, or kind of extend out in front of you, and you see that there are a whole bunch, over 24 dark, shadowy figures sitting there watching this scene out in front of them. And as you enter, they all suddenly appear to you as well, like start kind of turn to you. And the actors that are out on the stage kind of rehearsing lines as well, they kind of like look at you. They look specifically at Dottie, and then they look up to the balcony above, and that's when you realize it. There's what you're at is this theater that is at the front end, kind of like the courtyard or the open court area of what seems to be this massively tall castle-like structure that is set to the side of the mountain. And you see a variety of different extended balconies out the side of this, overlooking the amphitheater, and that one of them is Bitter End, looking down with a strange contraption on the balcony beside her. It kind of looks like it's a wireframe bird of some sort. And she's looking down and notices you guys enter. At that point in time, the goblin from behind the scenes starts furiously flipping through things and just whispers to you, Dottie, just like, knaves, footpads, and liars. I'm in good company.
Knaves, footpads, and liars, I am in good company.
I get you guys all the way out there so you guys can all see this.
And there's one other thing I would like to do.
Okay.
Dottie has a lute, and she basically wants to do the first ever version of heavy metal. And start singing about like death and despair and murder and
So
all
this
these,
is a
like,
tragedy,
things.
I see.
Can you?
It is now.
So
Dottie, roll me a d8.
So you're slowly becoming.
Okay.
You're slowly becoming My Chemical Romance, is what I'm hearing.
So with a d8, okay. Okay, so, and so as you enter and start playing this dark, brooding melody on your lute, Spider Monk walking you in with the rest of your crew following, Volric being barely visible amongst you. The goblin kind of looks around the corner, just kind of shrugs at the other actors, and says, "It's now the Lich Queen, not the Lich King. Just go with it." He says, and one of them says, "Mother, I am definitely the best one to rule your kingdom. I am the tallest and I am the strongest. Nay, not me, or not him. I am the wisest. I know the best ways to manage all of the things that you have. And the last one says, "Fear not, father. I can kill them both." And you guys are all entering into the stage, and just the gasps from the audience around you of these dark creatures. And you do a quick little look up to what is Bitter End, and you guys definitely recognize her as Bitter End, having seen her somewhat before. And she just kind of leans on the edge and does this.
I will point my scepter at one of them and say, "Your mother, in her infinite wisdom, has decided to look elsewhere than..." Oh, how's this?
Murder, oh murder.
You see
Off
the
with
goblin.
their heads.
You see the goblin kind of mouth to you in the background, just murder. Oh, murder.
Murder, oh murder, the one that shall be chosen shall be the one left standing.
And immediately one of the three actors out on the stage, I don't have and one of them runs over. A goblin comes from behind the other side, brings out a sword, says, it just kind of does the stage stab to one of the other actors, and just from the back, and you guys see this wooden sword protrude from the other side. Oh, sweet death, mother, why have thy forsaken me? Falls to the ground, and
It's at this exact moment I am going to cast Pass Without Trace on
Okay.
myself. And I am going to slip and sort of act like one of those stage people where you come on stage to take the props away.
as the stage,
come
yeah.
Literally gone. So do you need me to do another spell
No,
check?
but it's Pass Without Trace. I'm just gonna let this play out because I like the story. So show me where you're gonna go with it, just so I know.
So
On our map.
I take it them. I know. I'm just trying to load it up. Where am I? Brill. So I am. So this is the stage.
Yeah.
Here, right?
So
am I
what you
stupid?
see, kind of walking into this space, you do see the amphitheater tiered seating all the way around to your left with a whole bunch of darkened shapes, and ways above you the balconies that you could see Bitter End leaning over the edge of. You also see these large beams that have these strange wheeled contraptions pulled by cables on either end by goblins, and there are actually goblins on these contraptions that are aiming what appears to be something like a hooded lantern or something along those lines that they put. They have a variety of different ones that provide different colors, and so they end up beaming down at different spots. You can see the colors actually on the map, for that matter, too, just beaming down colors on different spots around the stage. And you do see the backdrop as well, that your apparent goblin stage manager is shouting out lines at you from behind.
So I'm gonna go on. I'll get to here, with my 30 stealth, I guess, and I'm gonna drag, sort of go in and drag them back, just as quick as I've done that. And then I'm going to, I'll try and find a way to get on top of this here, along with these goblins and stuff. Try and find a way to even acrobatics check my way up there.
Go for it. Roll your acrobatics check. And meanwhile,
come on, baby.
Looking at you, I guess this would be Dottie. No, actually, he won't say that. He'll say that to one of the other actors. Kind of look around the corner. See, 'twas I all along. See, 'twas I all along. And he takes the sword and he's now lunging at the other actor that's still out on the stage as well. You guys doing anything with this?
I would like to summon dancing lights, but turn them red to make the scene more ominous. And to Erebus, I'll say, none of them are worthy. Kill them all.
If your majesty has decided...
Nope. And the goblin's like, stop saying that. Are you a fool?
Stop saying that! Are you a fool? One of your children must succeed you, Queen.
And both the actors out on the stage like, yes, that's right. It is you who should die, mother.
I'm definitely gonna
Have you
fire a web at the one that said that and like pull him towards us.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, that fits.
Have you met my husband?
All right, Karen, pop off.
And so now you've got this this son, who, by the way, is female, but whatever. You've got this son standing now, pulled in by web right beside you. She's like, "Whoa!" Comes towards you guys and is now sitting beside you, Erebus, as Dottie looks down to you and says, "Have you met my husband, Erebus? You are now doing what?" Have you met my husband?
I will wait 1 second for the line if it's coming, but if it isn't,
It has come.
I
It's
will
already
see.
come.
okay.
Giggling.
Oh, you're waiting for a line for. You look over the stage to the stagehand for the line.
Yeah, I'll look
okay.
over to him and see if he has anything.
I think I'll hide in the chimney.
This is a complicated situation. I think I'll hide in the chimney, and I will. I'll look around for anything chimney-like. What is this?
Actually, as you say that, the actress beside you immediately takes her hands and kind of does this look of shock and utter despair that's definitely not acted, and puts her hands behind her butt.
Behind her butt. All right.
Not the chimney. Not the chimney. Really, not the chimney. Don't do the chimney.
Oh gosh. Erebus will stifle a laugh. Oh my goodness. Will he be able to resist? I will literally.
At this point in
No.
time,
There are two forces in this guy.
I'm gonna let this
Next
go.
time.
One saying no.
At this point in time,
Vehemently.
a goblin will walk onto the stage with a bucket and mop and start cleaning up. as an extra hand.
And the one behind
He's
the stage.
just mopping the stage.
Okay, the one behind the stage is like, "What are you
You're
doing?
like-
Get off! Get back over here! Get off the stage! Get off the
You're
stage."
You're like SpongeBob and Squidward when Squidward was
Everybody's
doing like
just
that
laughing.
performance thing, and SpongeBob like doing the pop, and everyone's like, yeah.
Volric, for your part, you are actually able to maneuver your way by way of a cable with a 23 up to the center point eventually of this thing. But there's wires
Like
going.
here?
Yeah, the wires are there. There are wires actually crawling and kind of seeming to run underneath you, and they keep on whipping past you. And you do see a goblin on one of the contraptions coming at you. It's like, and he's like, "Get away! Get away!"
Continuing.
I just do like this to the goblin and be like, it's for dramatic entrance.
And as it comes at you, it smacks into you.
Oh well, then there.
And
Okay,
as it
that's
smacks
grand.
into you, and you are knocked off this cable,
Fuck!
everybody hears a large whipping sound, and you guys all look up, and you see that the hag has now gotten onto this wireframe bird that is actually like some sort of a helicopter-like idea, and starts buzzing down towards the stage. And Volric, as you are falling, she grabs you and slams down to the ground, but holds you in such a way that you don't actually take any damage, and just is holding on to you. You think you are the queen? And then just like shoves you to the ground. That is my job. And immediately gestures with a finger snap to the goblins in the lights, and the lights all go suddenly dark and a lightning bolt streaks across the sky at that exact same time. And you hear all of the shadowy creatures in the stage area suddenly just shout out this cheer. And then it just continues with what you hear to be what seems to be a standing ovation of some sort in the crowd, lit only by the lightning that you can see shining above you. And then eventually the lights come back on warm, and you see that bitter end and the other actors, like the one actor beside you guys, like, come on, let's take our bows, come on. And then the other ones are already out there ready to kind of stand beside bitter end, and they all start doing bows out to these darklings.
She stole our
So
show.
I'm gonna
Wait, I
I'm
need
gonna
the chimney.
skitter over and like start spider bowing.
Okay.
I
I'm
wanted
going
to
to
shout out,
fade into the
get away
background.
from her, you bitch.
Oh.
Aliens
Oh, no.
reference, anyone?
Who are you saying that to?
She stole the show. I wanted to shout that to the bitter end, but it's too late now.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's already come to steal the show.
Aliens reference.
And she now actually, like, after a quick bow, she looks to you, like, shudders, and then hops back up onto her copter and starts fluttering above you guys.
What is she jumping onto?
I fade into the background. I'm outie. I'm gauzy. Like, do you see, like, the only times that I'm hoping that this audience sees me is when I have, like, fell off this raptor. They were like, "Who the
Alright,
fuck?
well, we'll
Where's
see.
this?" And then they just disappeared.
We'll see. The actor, she turns on her copter and kind of looks to the actors and just kind of, they're like, and they start running off backstage, leaving you guys out on the stage with her, underneath her, basically. And she looks to you and says, well, that's the wrong voice. Hang on. Well, I expected the company, but I did not expect an entrance like that. Well,
I don't know
played.
about your stage director. He kind of was shooting out lines that I wasn't totally with, but
You played.
That sounded aggressive enough for me to web the bird.
You're gonna web the bird?
I'm gonna web the bird.
And I'm gonna fireball the hag.
All right.
Oh,
All right. I would like for you.
And I'm gonna sweep the stage.
So with a web. Okay, let me pull this up. Apparently, you guys are going straight to attack mode. Let's go to.
goodness. I was not expecting it.
Is this right?
It's part of the play, guys. It's part of the play.
Yeah, she's by herself.
Oh.
Okay, hang on a second. I gotta look at her.
Apart from all the shadows.
They're not.
Did I
people,
get into
hopefully.
stealth successfully?
Roll attack. No, not now. She knows exactly where you are. You were out in plain view.
I tried to roll.
Yeah, you were out in plain view, and you got smacked off the shelf or the cabling by a goblin cart that had nowhere else to go but through you. So, I'm gonna get everybody to roll initiative then.
Can I do my fireball?
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh!
Blame
Sure.
Sky Guy for this one, okay, guys? Blame Sky Guy.
Oh, I didn't get my goblin voice.
Oh, you didn't get yours? I'll just extend this to make sure you get it then. So it'll be a long one on this initiative roll. Okay, so.
Initiative.
Oh boy, I have so many things I'm gonna have to do here. Hang on a second.
2-1.
Well, I got my web off, so I don't care if I go last.
Alright, let's see here. Let's go like this. And that, and that. Okay, good. So now, you guys are actually going to be out in the middle of the stage, actually, anyway. So you're going to be over here. What's your range on your web?
30/60.
Okay, so, it would be at disadvantage then.
Oh, let me roll again.
She is over 30 feet away from you.
22.
Nice. Okay, good. That does hit then. Except we're actually not going to do that quite yet because there's something else that's got to happen first. We actually have to do all the initiative stuff, so we're going to do this. I'm thinking my computer's deciding it's going to have its own little connection. Why not? Why not now? Let's do it right now. Let's have a connection right now.
It's now or never.
Right?
So
I
It's coming.
feel like I'm a
It's
member
coming.
of the Lollipop Kids.
Okay, so why don't we get some chatters to roll initiative for me? I don't need to be the one that does all of the rolling. So you guys can roll for my other creatures. I will roll for my bitter end. If I can get things going here. There we go. That looked better. Chink. And, oh yeah, of course. That did not go so great. And... Alright, so, that is... We're gonna get these first shots off here. So, actually, how do I want to do this? Because we don't have very much time left in this session. I think what I have to do instead is... log all these activities that happen right off the top, because she's not surprised by you. Let's see here. Do I have everybody in? Let's find out. Spider, monk, bitter end. Yes. Okay, cool. So, Erebus, are you surprised by this?
Honestly, not at all. But I don't know if he would have been the one to start it.
Okay, so I'm going to go past you. Dottie is going to be one of the ones to start. So, Dottie, go ahead and roll that fireball.
I already did, actually.
Oh, did you?
It's
Yeah.
deck save.
It's the
The
deck
deck
save.
save. Gotcha. So the deck, and it is, what's the range on it?
150 feet.
And then its distance is 20 foot diameter or 40 foot diameter? can't remember.
Let me see the description. 20-foot radius.
Yeah, so 20 foot radius. Okay, they're just out of the way then. Okay, cool. So,
40
gotta
foot
have to
diameter.
do, yeah, 20 foot diameter, 40 foot diameter, 20 foot radius. Let's do my dex save for her. This will be, we'll do the initiative and round, and then we'll get ourselves, then we'll carry on with this lovely little issue. Let's see here. Dex save. Bing. How did I do? I didn't see it. I did. Poorly. Because the dex save is a what now?
16.
Yeah, so she is going to take it.
Yes!
Do I not get a turn
That's
then?
35.
Where are... Oh, what? Did you not click... You didn't click your token.
I'm 16. I'm 16 in my
Oh,
initiative.
yeah, you didn't click your token, so that's why I didn't know about it. You have to make sure you click your token when you roll your initiative. Otherwise, I don't get it in my list. Okay, so...
Oh, I was just doing it on the D Beyond
Oh, yeah,
thingy.
no, that won't work over here. You got to do it in Roll20 for sure. Nonetheless,
Yeah, you need to click your token.
would
Oh.
Volric have actually started this? That's the question.
Oh no, he would have figured it that Dottie or someone would go fucking head first.
And plus, the fireball is the single.
Okay, so what was the damage on the fireball?
30 fire.
30 fire damage as an explosion hits Bitter End in the sky. Just this eruption of fire above you guys. That's gonna bring us to, and I'm only doing like startup actions. I'm not gonna give you guys much more than that. But that's going to immediately cause all of these shadowy creatures to start lunging in your direction.
Oh, they're not surprised by it.
Not in the slightest.
No. Why would they be?
Thing. And some of these guys are actually going to come around and surround you. There we go. These guys are going to come down. Actually, let's deal with these guys here first. Underneath the flames, coming running at you guys. Can't take a turn. They're just gonna start running. And
Oops.
yeah, these guys here. These guys are gonna run around and try to surround you. These guys are also going to do something similar to that. And these guys are also all gonna get in there. So you guys just brought a whole bunch of stuff down in on you. But they can't attack you. These guys
We
are gonna
did.
try
We
and-
did send the signal though.
We
With the
did.
boom.
That is
That
true.
was the signal.
Okay, that's gonna work right there. That'll have to do the trick for now. That's the end of their turn. Scrags, you will have noticed them all throw things out. So you would potentially have a reaction, and this is all just all reaction rounds that we're doing here, guys. So go for your reaction.
We're doing a when you say a reaction, just a reaction spell?
A reaction period. Any reaction you wish.
Yeah. Or it's an action.
Nope, just a reaction.
He's asking if he can cast a spell, or it has
Oh,
to be.
yeah,
a
go for it. Go for it. You'd have basically one action. Good point. Thank you. Sorry, one action.
I mean, when you're saying a reaction, I don't know what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, that's
One
my fault.
action. If that's the case, seeing those that charge me, I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Spirit Guardians is up.
There's nothing else that I can do.
Okay, so that is this guy here. Spirit Guardian is 15 feet.
That would
and
be
if I remember-
my action.
That's a
why
lot
is-
of Spirit Guardian hits.
Yeah, why do I have that? Something funky happened there. Oh, I think I put it on. I think I was putting it on and it was the wrong token. My fault. Okay. Let me solve that. So, yeah, it's totally what I did. Okay. So with that, yeah, that is. So is it right away that these guys take damage again? I can't remember.
On the turn.
On their turn. Okay.
They take damage on their turn. Yeah.
Thank you. Good, good, good. Okay, so that brings us now to Spider Monk, who shoots out the web. It definitely hits.
So they are restrained.
They are restrained. So you bring them down to the ground. Roll a d6 for me.
I can do 6.
Okay, so if they make it, what I'm going to do is if they are able to, hang on, where's the web stuff? The target is restrained as an action. They can get out of it. Okay, so they're not going to get out of it this time.
Oh, not until
Actually,
their
no.
turn.
No, actually, the way I'm going to rule this because of some of the extra features that Bitter End has, I do actually have to give her this chance. So, I'm going to give her strength check right now to see if she can break out of this and just slow the descent. And she, what's your DC again? 12?
It's 12.
12, yeah. So she's going to break through the web and still slam to the ground with power and pressure. But it's not going to be as damaging, and she is not going to keep the restrained action going.
And can I drop a key point to disengage?
Not this time around, because we're only dealing with one action for each. So, you do things on your next round.
Okie dokie.
And then that will be the Bitter End's turn, who is going to immediately... let's see here.
Where is Bitter End?
Bitter End is right here, now on the ground. The Ornithopter completely sundered. She is going to... Actually, she's just going to kind of run up here. And out. And you guys now have to deal with all these Darkwings at the beginning of our next session.
Great. Wonderful. Well,
We destroyed her mount.
I may
That
die
you did.
this next session.
That you might. We don't know. So let's do some quick announcements then. That's where we're gonna leave off for today for this campaign for this session, I should say. The
You can
next
stop
thing
being a
that
goblin
happens.
if you want.
I'm still a goblin. Oh my god.
That's hilarious. Look at what you guys did. Okay, so
Ah.
let's do the announcement. Okay. Wow, I don't want to listen back to that VOD. Whatever. Okay, so if you are a subscriber, of course, you don't see any of the advertisements, but you also get some extra emotes and you can see our videos on demand. So yeah, consider that. Also, next game that's happening tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central, that is the Legend of Zelda Echoes campaign with DM Verod. Doing a couple of changes to his stream. I think, I believe they're going to be moving from the previous platform they were using to something different. So you can check out to see how that goes for them. And the next game that we have here at this time slot, 1 p.m. UTC, is on Thursday, and it is our Roll for Wishes campaign random adventure. We don't know which one of the three modules we're going to do. We don't know, actually, even today, we don't even know who's going to be playing yet. But we also know that all the dice are going to decide everything about our characters. It's going to be kind of fun that way. I love those random adventures for that reason. So that's going to be on Thursday, and then on Friday, the Olive Chronicles are back with the party trying to figure out, the D's nuts, trying to figure out what the heck they're going to do with a giant. And then the Adventures of Alain, where they are dealing, as I understand it, with something that happened in the community. I just read this like a couple of seconds ago. What is it they're doing again? They are
solving a murder mystery.
Solving a murder mystery. Yeah, that's right. They're going into a tomb of some sort. So that is happening at 7:30 UTC on Friday as well. Donate, please, to the Make-A-Wish International campaign that we've got going on. We would like to see if we can nail down our goal here. The donation is there. You can also find it in the About section in the Twitch channel, or you could just go to our website and see all of the details of all of these things, windyjdnd.com, and find all the links that you need there. And that is it. We're gonna find somebody to raid. How does that sound? Let's find somebody to raid real quick here. Who shall we raid? I've got options, guys. Is there any options in particular that you guys want to see raided at this point? There we go. Okay, so
your mom. No, I'm joking.
That's there. That's no.
Super outdated joke.
Right?
I will never not use it. If I see an opportunity, I will.
Mom.
All right, so I'm seeing Mike Moans is up. He's doing some miniatures painting. There are a couple of other channels that I haven't seen, and most of them are actually okay. Looking for a new campaign. So this is the Killer Bits. That looks like they're doing a new campaign right now. You can also check out. There's one Carney. There's one called Carney Sideshow. We could always check out. It's One Last Job. It's a wanton one-shot. So what do you say? Why don't we go and say hello to a new D&D channel and check out that particular group there. So that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to say hello to Carney Sideshow. And that's who we will raid. And so with that, we will say thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys later on in the schedule on Windy J D&D's Guild. And take care of each other and love each other. See you later.
Bye.